If you're looking for a really simple, easy way to make your own website and publish it to the web instantly, I would recommend the new Google Sites. Google Sites is a updated version of Google's website development tool. It's been around for years and years, but they just redesigned it with a much cleaner, easier to use interface. It may or may not show up under your waffle here. If it doesn't, you can go to the direct website for it. Now, I will tell you, the old version still exists. So if I wanted to get to the new version of Google Sites, the website is sites.google.com/new. If I don't put the /new at the end, it'll take me to the old version of Google Sites, which is much different and honestly a lot harder to use. So it should look something like this. When you log in with your same Google account, and it has a big plus sign here to be able to set up and create your new Google site. Now, I will tell you, it only works right now with Firefox and Chrome. It does not work in Safari. In my case, I'm a Safari user, so one of the only things I do in Chrome is create my Google site, but in this case, I think it's worth it. So, if I want to make a new site, I hit the plus sign, and it starts me off with a blank page. It works similar to like a PowerPoint slideshow. I have a generic template here that I can click and just change my text. So this empty spot's down here at the bottom. I can go ahead and insert things directly from my sidebar. So over here on the right side, I have the option to insert text boxes. I can insert images. Embed will allow me to insert links or URLs directly to my page. So if I want to add a box of text, I can simply click text box. It gives me a box of text, and this is where I can add my text. I can make it as long as I want. I can adjust that text and make it a title, a heading, a subheading, or just normal paragraph text if I want. Within that text, I could make a link and highlight that link and click on my little insert link button here, and I could link it to any website I want. Hit apply, and it'll convert those things into links directly. I can adjust the alignment. I can do numbered lists, bulleted lists, just like I would in any other text box. I can also double click anywhere in my page, and it'll give me this little wheel with these same 4 options up here. So let me show you what links look like. If I go to embed and typed in Holman and hit insert, it'll insert a link just like so. Now, each one of these individual links and these individual boxes can also be moved around and repositioned. So I can move these things down or up. You can even move them within the same box and put these two things side by side, left to right, top to bottom. Takes a little getting used to, but again, you can totally control the way you want those things to work. Images work the same way. I can either search, find any picture on the internet that I might want to insert, maybe like this one here, and select, and it'll drop that picture in there. I can resize it, or again, I could reposition and drag these pictures one way or the other and adjust it like that. I can also undo or redo if I wanted to control the way things looked. Now, I have a few other Google things that I can insert from here. First of all, if I want to put any documents on my page, all I have to do is put them in my Drive. So I can open up a new tab, drag and drop any file I want into my Google Drive, and then I can go ahead and hit Insert from Drive, and I can choose any file that's in my Drive and embed these files directly into my page. I got a bunch of folders here, or I can simply go through and choose something like this. This is a Word document. This is a PDF file. Doesn't really matter. I can just hit insert, and same thing, it'll drag and drop these files directly in here. I can resize them, make them larger, smaller, however I want. The user, when they view my site, all they have to do is click this button to be able to view it full size if they want. One thing to note about embedding files is you do need to make sure that that file has the right permission. So if it's a file in your Drive, it needs to be set to be shared to the public. to be able to do that so other people can see it. Otherwise, they're going to get just an empty white box that doesn't work or doesn't show up in there. Show you how that works. If I'm in my drive and I find a file, say I wanted to take this file right here, I can simply open it up. Go to my share. Up here at the top, there's an option to get a shareable link. I'm going to click on that. And right now it says anyone in the Pattonville School District can view. That means they have to be logged into their Pattonville account for this document to show up on a website. I can go ahead and click on that, and I can go ahead to an option called More and say make this on public on the web. That means if I embed this page into a document or into my website, anyone on the web will be able to view it without having to be logged into their Pattonville account and be able to access that. So make it public on the web, and anyone that has access can only view this file. I don't want them to be able to edit it or comment on it. I just want them to be able to see it. So again, back in my drive or back on my site now, any file that's embedded in here has that access, and anyone can be able to view it. So this is one main page. I also have a button up here at the top to go to multiple pages. I can hit this sign and add as many pages as I want. Anytime I make a page, so maybe I want a page for links, it will generate a menu across the top, and it'll add all of my pages across to that top menu. If I want, I can even click on that and make that a side menu so it shows up on the left side instead of the top. If I want embedded pages, I have a little 3 dots that shows up next to a page that I can create what are called sub pages, which will be a page underneath a page. So I could maybe have a page for each subject of links, so maybe science links, and then these links will be sub pages within here so that if I hover over them, it'll show up underneath it like that. And again, editing each of these pages is exactly the same I had before. I can just double click to choose what I want to insert, or go to the insert tab here and drag and drop or insert any of these things in here. All right, I can also insert links directly from YouTube. I can search for them, or it'll look in my account and see what things I've already uploaded and allows me to embed and put those things directly in here. I can also embed Google Calendars. It'll show me all the Google Calendars I have access to, and I can go ahead and insert those directly in here. You can do the same thing with Google Maps, or if you wanted specific docs, slides, sheets, forms, and charts, I can embed these the same way too. Does the same thing as adding them from my drive, except these are specific to just that one specific type of app. So here's my homework app, just like that. Now every page has a header. If I want, I can change this image. By default, it gives me a kind of a generic image here, but I could go ahead and either upload my own image or select an image that I might have from the gallery or my albums of images if I want to. So if I chose something like this, it'll go ahead and apply that to it. Okay. I also have the ability to change themes in my page. There's just a few different themes to choose from, not too many different options. Each one has a slightly different font, a slightly different look, but they have a very simple layout, just the same way you had before. Some themes give you the ability to change colors. So for example, this one has the ability to change the menu bar color. Most of them also have the ability to change font sizes or styles. If I want a different style of font, I can adjust that. And then when I go ahead and make a change, it makes that change on all of my pages within that same theme. So once I get all my content ready, if I want to see how things look, I can click this little preview button, and this will open up and show me here's what my page is going to look like on the internet. I can test out my links. I can make sure things work. Make sure all of my separate pages work the way I want them to, just like so. I also have the ability to see how this document's going to look on a computer. I can see how it would work on a tablet, and I can even see how my website's going to work on a mobile device. Each one's going to be slightly different with a slightly different interface, but it has the exact same content in it, like so. When I'm done, I hit the X to close it up. And if I'm totally finished, I'm happy with my page, then I'm ready to publish. And now to publish my page, all I have to do is click publish, It asks me to give my page a name. So this name that I choose is going to be part of my website address. So it's going to be sites.google.com/psdr3.org/whatever I type in here. So if I call this my awesome site, my website address would be sites.google.com/psdr3.org/myawesomes. And then again, I can choose whether or not this website is accessible only to people at psdr3.org, which means they have to be logged in to a Pattonville account. Or if I want a worldwide audience, I can just check this box and it will be visible on the web. I can also choose to have the my site not show up on website search engines if I want. So if I want Google to remove it from their listing, if someone was to Google my website, I could remove it from that also if I want to. But all I have to do is click publish, and within a matter of seconds, my website has been published. It says you can view the site by clicking here, and here is my live published version of my website, like so. So this is my edit tab to make changes. This is my tab that's been published with my finished site. So if I go back and I needed to add some text, I can make a change. Simply click publish again. Go back to my viewable site here and simply reload. And that change has been applied. So just like that, you can be published and on the web. If you ever need to get to your address again or see what that address is, next to my publish button there is a little triangle. I can always tell it to view that published site. Or if I made a mistake or I want to take it down for any reason, I can unpublish my website and it'll remove it off the web if I want. So that's how to use Google Sites to be able to publish my own websites.